So let's practice our self-care, our loving ourselves practice. Criticize ourselves a little too much internally, or maybe we're giving too much of our time to other things and not really giving ourselves enough time. So that's what this practice is about. So we're going to get comfortable here in our seated position. And let's take a moment to come into a two-part breath. They call this Durga pranayama. So place one hand on your heart and the other hand on your belly. And now focus your breath into your chest. Feel the expansion of your lungs as you inhale. And as you exhale, just imagine sending loving thoughts to yourself. Take a full deep breath into the belly and then the chest. Exhale out. And again, loving thoughts to yourself. And just one more time, deep breath into the belly and into the chest. And slowly exhale it all out. Now bring your hands to your heart and just bow the chin. You can slightly open your eyes and take your drishti, your gaze, to your fingertips. And affirmations help us to focus and can help us really decrease our stress. And just try repeating the words, I am whole, I am enough. Just one more time, silently in your mind, I am whole, and I am enough. So let's go ahead and bring your fingertips to the floor. Let's switch our ankles. So bring whatever was in the back to the front. Readjust your legs. Reground your sit bones. And I'd like to do a seated twist. So bring the fingertips out to the side. They're just along the sides of your hips. You're going to inhale, float the arms up. Come up into a nice V, but keep the shoulders soft. Lift the heart. Take a deep breath in, and as you slowly exhale, let's go ahead and rotate that right shoulder back and float the hands down. So moving into a gentle twist. Holding behind you, take your gaze down towards the floor. Take 3 more breaths. Now slowly unwind, bringing your hands back to your knees. Sitting up tall, lifting your heart and relaxing your arms. Let's bring the fingertips back to the floor. Inhale, circle your arms up into that V. Good. Lift your heart. Start to rotate the left shoulder back and float the hands down into this twist. So my fingertips are directly behind my hips. I'm going to inhale and grow tall. Exhale and rotate. Good. Deep breath. Think of your spine growing taller and elongating. As you exhale, gently twist. And then one more time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale and rotate. Take one more cleansing breath. And as you exhale out, let's go ahead and unwind. Moving into a side bend. So practicing the side bend, again, we're going to bring our fingertips to the floor, right next to the hips. You're going to inhale, sweep the right arm up, bending the left elbow, coming into that gentle side stretch. Keep that right hip really grounded and then pull back up to the center and float that hand down. So left arm reaching up, big deep breath. As you exhale, extend and reach and open up that rib cage. Now take this moment, let's just go ahead and look towards the floor and then rotate up towards the sky. Good, do that one more time. Rotate your gaze to the floor. Inhale, rotate up towards the ceiling. Bring the hand back down. Let's do this right. Bring the right arm up. Exhale, lean into the side bend, holding. Let's take our gaze down, look at your hand to the floor. And then rotate and look up towards the ceiling. Take an inhale. As you exhale, drop your gaze down to the mat. And take an inhale. As you exhale out, gently rotate up towards the ceiling and then come all the way back. Now we want to take the two and put them together. So we're going to come into the twist and then we'll move into the side bend. So inhale, float the arms up. As you exhale, rotate into the twist. Take your gaze behind you. Now keep the left hand on the knee or the thigh, wherever you want. You're going to reach the arm up and over. So I'm leaning actually over towards my left knee. So taking a deep breath in, I'm going to have you just kind of spin your arms around, gently float into the twist. Hold onto that left knee with your right hand. Reach the arm up and over. Keep the hips grounded. And then bring the hand down. Let's spin those arms around. So you float them around into a twist. So come into your twist, hold, take a deep breath. As you exhale, reach the arm up and over. Good. Pull the belly in as you come back up. Use that oblique strength. Float the arms around to the other side. Take that pause. Look behind you. Take an inhale to lengthen. Exhale. Float that left arm up and over. And you can lean into it. You're using your hand to hold on right to that knee. So take another full breath. Slowly come up. Float those arms around. Come into that twist one more time. Hold here. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, float that arm up and over. Come into your side bend. You can even close your eyes if you want to really get those sensations of the twist. And then float the hand down. Last time to the left. Circle the arms around. Good. Lengthen through your spine. Take an inhale. As you exhale, draw that arm up and over. Pause there with a big deep breath. And as you exhale out, go ahead and bring the hand down and bring the arms back to your knees. I'm going to go sideways. Kind of nice. We're going to take our hands to the mat, get the knees underneath your hips, and spread the fingers really wide. I like to curl the toes under, it gives a little stability to the knees. Now we want to listen to our inner teacher, right? So you're the master of your body and mind. So we want to really have a positive practice. So if you're listening and your body is saying no, then modify. We want to definitely modify. So we're going to stack bones, shoulder, elbow, wrist. If the wrist is an issue, then go ahead and create a fist here. But we want those straight lines. So our cat-cow, and let's flex and point our toes. So take an inhale, lifting the heart and the tail looking forward. As you exhale, point your toes. We're going to push that floor away, rounding the spine, tucking the chin in, and really separate those shoulder blades. So now flex your feet. Start to lift the tail. We'll let the belly soften. Roll through the spine, lifting your heart and looking forward. Good. Point the toes. Now tuck the tailbone down. Start to stretch through the low back. Separate those shoulder blades, really rounding the upper back. Chin to the chest. Look up towards your belly. And just one more time. Flex your feet. Soften your elbows. Start to roll through into our cow pose, lifting our heart, lifting our tail. Good. And now come back into table position. Let's move into a wide knee child's pose. So big toes touching. So knees are out. We're going to walk those hands out, but let's rotate the palms up. So palms are up and forehead down. Good. Take 3 deep breaths. So full deep inhale. And long, slow exhale. And a lot of times when people practice yoga, sometimes those things come to surface. And here in yoga, we want to go ahead and allow those emotions or feelings to kind of filter up and recognize them. And just honoring ourselves and what we're processing. We're always processing things all through the day. So take another full breath. Let's rotate the palms down. Come back into your table position. So coming into a balancing table, we're going to curl the toes under, and you're going to send your right leg out, and let's draw the navel to the spine. So pull the belly in and lift the leg up, and now reach the left arm and pause. And just notice how the abdominals have to work here to hold this balance together. Come into that breath through the nose. Exhale it all out. And one more deep breath in. And exhale it out. Draw the hand and the knee back to the mat. Toes curled under. Let's send that left leg behind us. Keep the hips square. Good. And press back. And you're going to lift that left leg up. Pull the belly in strongly. Creating your balanced table, reaching the right arm out next to your ear. And just notice how the whole body works together here to hold this balance. Stay steady with your inhalation and exhalation. Taking one more cleansing breath. Let's go ahead and release your hands and your knees. Now we're going to do a cat and cow. We'll move into our down dog, and then we'll add a hovering cat. So hovering cat will give us a little more abdominal work. So we'll sneak that in today into our gentle yoga. So we're going to take an inhale. My feet are flat, my toes are curled under. I'm going to exhale, draw the belly in, round into that beautiful cat stretch. And then inhale, rotate, articulate through that spinal column, lifting your heart. Now drop your hips towards your heels. Push up into your down dog. And of course, this is our first down dog. The first one always, we start to notice the things that are tightest, right, in our body. And just let the crown of the head drop towards the floor. Take another full breath, come up onto your toes so your heels are lifting, and you bend your knees, and as you bend your knees, you're going to just barely hover the knees over your mat, just about an inch away. Pull the navel in, draw strength into your belly, and then release your knees. Good. Let's do that again. Take an inhale. As you exhale, round the spine, cat stretch. Roll and articulate through the spine. Inhale, lifting the sternum and your tail into cow. As you exhale, push back towards your heels. Lift your hips up. And start to work on pressing the heels down, pushing through the palms of the hands, lifting the sit bones up towards the ceiling, and keeping the belly firm. Take another full breath. Come up onto your toes. Good, stretching through the back, the foot, and then draw the knees down towards the floor. Let them hover here, just about an inch from the floor. Feel the strength of your abdominals. Take another breath and now release. Let's go into child's pose one more time, releasing your forehead to the floor. Sliding your hands along the sides of your hips and letting go of your shoulders. Softening the upper back, letting the arms be limp. And take some deep, big belly breaths. Allow the belly to get really full of air. And then exhale it all out. And you can do an open mouth ah, or just a whispering ah. Just notice how your body softens when you do that exhalation. One more time. Deep inhale. Exhale out through the mouth. Very good. Slide your hands back underneath your shoulders. You're going to roll up. Very good. So we're going to come back into our table. Curl your toes under. And now come into your downward facing dog one more time. But this time we're going to take our feet wide. So take the feet as wide as your mat
And notice how this changes the pose for you. There may be a little more freedom. Allow the head to drop. You can shake the head no. Good, and then shake the head yes. Now as you inhale, breathe in love. Love for yourself, and as you exhale out, breathe in love for others. Let's do that again. Put a smile on your face. Take an inhale. Breathe in love for yourself. As you exhale, breathe in love for others. Very good. So again, coming on to the toes, keeping the feet wide, bending the knees, coming down. Good. Uncurl the feet and walk your hands back. Very good.
Feet at the end of the mat, we're going to grab the back of the legs and slowly roll down. So from here, you're just going to settle the low back into the floor. And I'm going to have you just bring the hands back onto the belly. And take a few rounds of breath. Let's take one knee at a time into the chest. Come into full wind pose. Hug those knees in, releasing the low back and the hips. Now bring your hands onto your knees, and we're going to reset the hips, the side joints. So you push the knees away, engage into the belly, open the knees and circle them around so they do a half circle into your chest. So knees push away, open, and circle around. Good, push away. So you have this little roll through from your mid-back to your tailbone and circle around. Just one more time. Push the knees away, open, and circle around. Then we reverse that. You open the knees a little wider than your hips, push the knees away, pull them together, and hug in. Good, open the knees, push away, together, and hug in. And this really nice, what they also call is the wave. You're waving from the mid-back to the tailbone. A really nice little massage there in the low back. Very good. Do two more. And here's our last one. Good. Bringing both feet down to the mat. So either you're going to grab your blanket, or if you have a pillow. So blanket or pillow, and if you have a blanket, then you're going to fold it up so that it's, just a little thick. So we're going to take our, this is called supported bridge, and go ahead and roll down. Now this is where we want to draw in, so we're coming into that tilt, so the tailbone is lifting and the low back is melting into the floor. Then you lift your hips up, and you're going to squeeze into the buttocks, right? You're going to lift the hips up, chin to the chest. Now even come onto your toes. So I'm coming onto my toes. I can lift those hips even higher. Then I'm going to slide that blanket or bolster under my hips. Good. Bringing the feet down, chin to the chest. And just pause here. What really is very nice too, if some of you have blocks, the blocks actually are firm, and if you want that firmness, you can slide the block under the sacrum, right above the tailbone, and that works out really well. So chin to chest. Now we're going to take, staying on the blanket or your pillow, you're going to bring the knee in, just like we did before, into the chest. All right, and then bring the opposite knee in, both legs in, hugging knees into chest. Hold on to the back of the hamstrings and come into a gentle legs up the wall. So if you have wall space like I have over here, you're welcome to scoot over. And we kind of have a little time left, not very much. So this is a really nice stretch, still working through the back of the legs. Let the arms rest to your side, just a couple more breaths. Very good. One more inhalation. And now as you exhale, bend your knees and bringing your feet back down to the mat. Pause there for a moment in your restorative bridge. Now coming on to your toes again. So on your tippy toes, you're going to lift your hips up, chin to the chest, and keep the belly firm and roll down. Roll slowly down through that spine. Take just a moment. We only have a moment here, so send the legs out. Let your whole body relax into the earth. And then go ahead and push up into an easy cross-legged position, coming into Chin Mudra, a gesture of consciousness. You touch the tip of your index finger to the tip of your thumb. Extend the other 3 fingers out. And go ahead and turn the palms down. So lift your heart, close your eyes. Bring the hands to the heart and bow your chin, honoring yourself, honoring your practice. The light in me salutes that light in you. And together we say, Namaste. Thanks you guys so much for being here on a Thursday night.